Hey, it's CVV, Chris Van Vliet, and you have to check out the fastest rising podcast in all of professional wrestling. I'm talking about the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. If you're looking for pay-per-view predictions, if you're looking for pay-per-view reviews, if you're looking for interviews, check out the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. Crash and Burn!
Hello there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the fastest wrestling podcast, Pro Wrestling, Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast, where we are predicting Fastlane, which happens to be the final pay-per-view stop on the road to WrestleMania 37. Let's bring everybody in. First up, it's Omar.
Hello, everyone around the world. It's about Wrestling Omar 2.0. Welcome to Crash and Burn Podcast. Remember, you're watching the final road to WrestleMania final pay-per-view Fastlane predictions.
All right, next up is Josh.
Yes, what's up, everybody? It is the Assassin Josh Nigger. We're back with another episode of the fastest rising podcast in professional wrestling, the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. We are predicting Fastlane for 2021. This is going to be the last pay-per-view before the road to Peacock, and it is the last pay-per-view before the WrestleMania season starts. So, yeah, let's get into this.
Next up, he's back, Nicholas.
Yes, I have freaking returned. Yeah, we're gonna be freaking predicting Fastlane here. This should be very exciting. Unfortunately, we did not get the long-anticipated 5-star matchup audition for the Nickelodeon Kids Teen Choice Awards between Braun and Shane McMahon. We're gonna have to wait on that one, and their inevitable Henry Danger freaking cameos. Anyway, yeah, let's get into this.
Yeah, and also, this is also the first event to stream on Peacock, but it's also going to be streaming on the network as well. So I want to point that out. It's going to be streaming on both, but once we get to WrestleMania, April 10th, April 11th, that's only going to be streaming on Peacock here in the U.S.
And WWE elsewhere in the country.
Yeah. Well, there's only 5 matches on the card subject to change, but we are on the predictions episode anyway, so.
Yeah, and there's literally like one show left. They're probably going to announce like 5 pre-show matches.
Now, here's a match I'm interested in. Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton, intergender match.
Ooh!
Oh.
That's a match I'm excited for. So, Josh, who are you picking?
Well, here's the theory that I have for this match. Since WWE has not done an intergender match in a long ass time, I feel like this is gonna be the return of The Fiend. I felt like it's the right time, right before WrestleMania, right time to do it. And I feel like as soon as the match is going to begin, The Fiend is going to come out and he's going to be Orton's opponent. I'm not sure if that is going to be the plan, but that's what I think is going to happen. But if I had to choose if The Fiend didn't happen or maybe he came at the end, I might have to go with Orton. I feel like Randy Orton needs to get revenge on Alexa Bliss for Alexa Bliss being Satan every episode of Raw. And I feel like Orton's going to get a little bit of revenge on Little Miss Bliss. So, I'm going with Randy Orton.
Wow, all right. Omar.
Oh my god, this is so tough, but I agree with Josh says. It's the time that The Fiend is returning this Sunday. The Fiend is watching Randy what he's doing. And I know Alexa Bliss controlling Randy Orton. And that's why all these blood, Satan stuff is coming out twice already. Oh man, I know Alexa been controlling him a long time, but Randy, even though I love him, it is time that Randy get rid of what Alexa Bliss giving him inside the body all this time. So Randy, you're gonna win this for this Sunday. Once you win, Randy, your WrestleMania opponent, Bray Wyatt. In what match? We don't know. Like, we had the Inferno match back in TLC in Firefly.
Yeah.
That's number 1. But we need one more, and then I don't know when. We'll see what happens and to be announced if this match is going to happen WrestleMania 37, night 1 or night 2.
I'm agreeing with Josh right here. The Fiend could perhaps return on the final period before WrestleMania. So, and the Fiend could do something to Randy Orton and could help Alexa Bliss win. So Randy Orton's gonna get the win here. Nicholas.
All right.
Just like Alexa Bliss, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. I'm gonna say Alexa Bliss is gonna win this one because the Fiend's gonna return and interfere. It just popped into my head. Like I could see Bliss pinning him, and I could be completely wrong, but I don't see this match going too crazy because it's WWE. So yeah, and Alexa Bliss has been freaking killed by Randy Orton countless times at this point. Probably gonna see Crispy Fiend return from his fiery grave and
grave.
Yeah, and there's fiery Corey Graves or whatever, and do whatever freaking shenanigans he does, whether it comes out as a weird homeless gym instructor or whatever the hell else he freaking did in the Firefly Funhouse. But yeah, I could see Alexa Bliss possibly getting the win here because
she's fucking Alexa Bliss.
She's fucking herself. What? All right, you have some weird fantasies. You have some weird fantasies, Jason. I want to move on.
Anyways, the next match: Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, along with Reginald, apparently.
Oh no!
Versus Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. This is for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles.
Oh no!
Assin.
Let's go find our bed.
Let's go find our bed.
This is probably gonna be the match. Yeah, this will probably be the match that I will probably take a piss during. I mean, it's not really hard to say who's gonna win because this match makes no sense. You have Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair they're actually going to face each other at WrestleMania. So why would you put them in a tag match against the women's tag
Keep the rivalry
champions?
going.
Yeah. If I had to choose, it's going to be Nia and Shayna. I don't think they're going to put the titles on Bianca and Sasha if they're going to have a match at Mania.
True
and
that.
really Reginald is just going to bring a bottle of champagne for Nia Jax on his way to the ring.
What's the point of having him there?
Or Nia Jax is going to take him to the shopping mall.
They need to set him. They need to set him up for his eventual Universal title win. Obviously.
No. No, I'm not putting the title on that piece of shit.
Anyways, Omar, go ahead.
Oh man, I don't know why Reginald had to be involved with this. Sasha already told him, no, I don't want you. Leave me alone. Then Bianca, stop putting attention with him just with tag team. But I don't understand why would they do this ever since they advertised him from out of nowhere. Again with those women's tag title. I gotta say it, but Nia and Shayna. Bianca's gonna it's time for me to turn on her. And it's our time to be at WrestleMania 37 for the SmackDown Women's Champion. So Nia and Shayna.
Nia and Shayna. Same here, Nia and Shayna. I mean, it's obvious. I could tell Sasha and Bianca will not get along at all.
No way.
Yeah, which will lead up to WrestleMania.
Yes,
with
I like the WrestleMania predictions coming soon.
Yeah.
All right, Nicholas.
Where the fuck do I begin with this?
Where do you begin?
First of all, this is not how you book a WrestleMania World Title feud at all. They should have set up Bianca versus Sasha right out of the gate. I mean, they did, but don't make them a team and have them go after the tag titles. What on earth were they thinking when they decided to do that? What the hell were they thinking? That, oh, we're going to make them seem like good buddies, and then, oh, they're not, shocker, they're not good buddies. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, I know this is the same Vince that gave us the Hogan Savage year-long storyline and the whole freaking Austin angle and whatever. God, because he makes the final decision on all these things, I'm pretty sure. Like, everything else at SmackDown's been gold for, like, the last few months, but this has just been a disaster. Like, you should have given them
This is going to be the worst match of the night.
There's no, like, actual friction. I mean, there's a bit, but it doesn't work, because you've reserved the actual title match feud between these two to build that up for the last 3 weeks before Mania. You had almost 4 months. Almost 3 months to do this. You had almost 3 months to build this match. And you've spent the majority of it having them do a stupid tag feud with a woman who, quite frankly, needs to go to a performance center, and a woman who needs to be put at the top of the card and win the women's championship instead of Charlotte Flair for the 4 billionth time. Also, they stuck a man-child in that match because, sure, why the hell not? Because we need the freaking wine or whatever, and she's gonna. I don't know what he has to do with any of this. I don't know what happened between him and Carmella that now all of a sudden he's with Sasha and Bianca, and all of a sudden he's with Nia and Shayna, which doesn't make any sense. And then they went to, I don't know, freaking Kohl's or whatever, some freaking store, and Nia Jax wanted to fuck him or something. I have no idea what is happening with this story at all. There is no story. This is just filler to get to what should be a really good Mania match, but it has no heat behind it. And thus, it's not going to be as good as it should be. So, this is just basically a waste of space. I'd rather have friggin' Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon in a Nickelodeon Slime match. I'd rather have that than this god-awful feud.
Exactly.
Like, I know Shane just freaking calls Braun Strowman dumb, like, for 20 minutes on Raw every single week, but I'd rather have that.
Yes! It's better!
It's so much better.
True that.
God. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are probably going to win.
Obviously.
Most likely, yeah.
God, I can't keep talking about this. God.
Anyways, the next match. Let's get to the next match.
Okay.
All right, Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan. It's a singles match for the Universal title.
There you
go.
go.
The winner of the match between Edge and Jey Uso on SmackDown tonight, March 19th episode, will be the special guest enforcer.
This is going to be tricky. I just have a feeling.
All right, so Omar, go ahead.
Okay, we all know that it's still planned, Edge and Roman, for this year Mania. Daniel Bryan, I love you with all my heart, brother, but can you understand that this is a moment that Edge and Roman is time to face each other at WrestleMania? And he's a 2021 Royal Rumble winner, Edge. But, in that case, Edge is going to win tonight, I can tell, so he could be the forcer. But my prediction is still got to be Roman Reigns. Even though, when this match is over, Edge is going to spear him again to Roman.
Oof.
This is like the freaking Lesnar and someone, whoever. And Lesnar can, like, hover with the spears or the kicks. Get one F5 move. And now, Roman's going to take this Sunday. Quite easy.
Yeah.
I can tell Jimmy Uso's going to return.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget about Jimmy Uso. Yeah, he's been out for a while.
Yeah, so Jimmy Uso's going to return. And that's it. Make Roman to win. Daniel, goodbye, because he's going to get confused. Which one's Jay and then the other one's Jimmy. Yeah, he's going to get confused.
Oh, no. Twin magic.
Yeah.
Total Usos.
Yep.
Ugh.
So, hey, Roman's gonna win this, so that's the only thing I can know.
I'm also gonna go for Roman as well, because I think they want to keep the match with Edge and Roman going at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, Danker.
Yeah, like I said in the beginning, it's very tricky to decide. You know, you have Daniel Bryan, who's in his last full-time run. He's going to be a part-timer coming up soon. Maybe probably after Mania, he's going to be a part-timer. He's going to be a full-time dad, which I don't mind. I mean, as much family time as you could have with your kids, that's all that matters, as you spend a lot of time with them while they're young. Yeah, it's kind of hard because I want to see Daniel Bryan at least in a Mania match, but like put him against somebody else, in my opinion.
So
I
at
mean,
least
don't
he can
have
have a spot at WrestleMania.
right, but I'm gonna go with my boy Roman Reigns. I feel like this was a dream match I had since Edge came back at the Rumble in 2020.
Oh yeah.
Edge versus Roman was one of my dream matches for him to have, and it's spear versus spear, so it can't get any better. So I'm gonna go
There
with
you
Roman.
go.
So I'm gonna go with Roman to retain. I mean, it's quite obvious. So yeah, Roman for the win.
Nicholas.
Uh, I'm seeing Edge probably getting the enforcership or whatever. The match, Roman's most likely gonna win again. Like people, like you guys have said previously, I don't see them deviating from the current advertised match that they're doing.
Yeah.
In terms of everything else, I don't know what with Daniel Bryan, like from a booking standpoint, I feel like you would have like at this point like Jay try and do some interference or whatever, and then cost Bryan the match, and then you'd have Jey Uso versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. Like that would be the booking if they if they didn't have Bryan versus Jey Uso 5 billion times already.
Mhm.
So I don't know what the road is for Daniel Bryan. I don't know what you do with him. Do you like have him go after the Alpha Academy? Do you have him fight? Do you have him fight Corbin? Do you have him fight Owens, Zayn? Who do you have him go against? Like, would you have him go against Cesaro? Actually, huh? I don't know if this would happen, but I think it would be really neat. It would be very neat if you had Daniel Bryan and Cesaro team up and take on Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode at Mania for the tag titles. That would be interesting. I would like to see that actually. But I don't know. That's just me going into complete smart mode there. So yeah, I'm gonna have Roman go over again. That's the big match for Mania. So yeah, I don't see a change really.
No.
Yeah. All right. Biggie versus Apollo Cruz, singles match with the IC title. Okay, Omar doing the Antwan face. All right, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, I like Big E right now as the IC champ. I feel like he's doing a great job with being as a singles guy. I mean, of course, I knew after the singles run they're going to give him the IC title again, just like they did in 2013, I believe. And I mean, Apollo Cruz just started this new heel character, which I'm enjoying. It's a big step up for him in his career after being a babyface for like the longest time. I mean, I don't see him quite ready for an IC title picture. I would say give it some time. So I'm gonna go with Big E to retain. When Apollo's time is right, it's right. I mean, he will. I mean, if he does win on Sunday, surprisingly, I'll give him credits for doing this step up in his career. But for right now, I'm going with Big E because Big E's gonna retain. It's too early for Apollo just yet. He just started this character, but Who knows when the time will come for him? But I'm going with Biggie to retain.
Yeah. Omar.
I kind of really enjoy both of the men feuding each other, but I have to say about Apollo Cruz. Apollo, I understand you're Nigerian, but it doesn't sound like you really doing your real accents. It sounds like something else. Cause it reminds me of Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It reminds me of Kofi Kingston 2008 Jamaican accent when Triple H says, "Are you
Mm-hmm.
Jamaican?" When he talks like perfectly like those English accents. But I want that that Big E is gonna retain because I don't really see that he wants to win this. He just like want to put more attention. Like he can't give up. Like get someone else and have another opponent after Fastlane. That's the only thing I want to know.
Yeah,
So
man.
Big E, man.
Yeah, of course. I'm also gonna go for Biggie. Because I mean, he's doing good right now in his reign. Apollo's time will come when he's really ready.
Yeah.
Ready.
Yeah.
Nicholas.
See, I've liked the build to this match. But in all honesty, it was really dumb for them to do it for Fastlane. Because this is definitely like a Mania-worthy match for me, I think. Like, if it were me, I'd have Cruz, like, beat the piss out of, like, I don't know, like Dominic Mysterio or someone. Give him a young, like, old babyface or whatever, and have him kill him before you set him up to go for the IC title. Like, have that as the backdrop, but just give him someone to eat alive before you, so that you can show that he is a legitimate contender. Like I feel like for this, they're pulling a Carmella in this situation, that they're bringing him back as this new guy, new character, whatever, and then making the mistake of immediately shooting the gun and throwing them into the title picture. You have to let them build up their new character, let them have some matches, get them some victories so they look like a legitimate contendership. Not saying that Cruz can't possibly win the title. He could definitely do that. But, like, especially when it comes to new character, you gotta... Okay. Anyway. I'm saying for this match, it should be a screwy finish. You shouldn't have to do that because this match shouldn't be happening at Fastlane. It should be happening at Mania. But for this, maybe like Biggie will win by disqualification. Well, I don't know. I don't know if Biggie will win by disqualification or maybe Cruz will win by countout. I just don't see a clean finish to this match because it's too good to just have it on a B show. And Biggie doesn't have anything else to just build up in 3 weeks to have a match at Mania. You can't do that at this point. Like, they've kind of shot themselves in the foot by booking this match this early. So, yeah, I'm just going to say I don't really have a prediction for who's going to win. I'm just going to say this is going to be a screwy finish or something because there shouldn't be a clean finish to this match. Neither match get pinned before Mania.
Gotcha. And we see the last match on this card, the 5th match, Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. Singles match.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Oh.
Omar, go ahead.
I know Sheamus, he's not finished with Drew McIntyre. I know they've been friends for 10 years, and Drew McIntyre, like, he's thinking for him to finish with him before he faces Bobby Lashley for Mania for the World Champion. My feeling is that I can tell Bobby Lashley's gonna come out and he's gonna be like Drew McIntyre past Monday when he sits down in the chair and Bobby Lashley watches both in the ring, Drew and Sheamus. Meanwhile, Bobby sits down in the chair. On suddenly, there he comes. Quite feeling it could be a disqualification right there, and no one wins. But if this happens, then either one of them wins by disqualification, declare a winner. So luckily, hope doesn't happen. Just let this match be clear and finish. So my pick has got to be Drew McIntyre. Let this finish rivalry.
Yeah. Nicholas, go ahead.
Again, WWE have shot themselves in the foot with this one because this was a major storyline that they could have done. But I have multiple problems with this and everything that they did before this match. First of all, you're going to make the claim that they've been friends for 10 years or whatever, yet we haven't seen them at all backstage or in the ring together or anything. Like, there's no indication or anything. They haven't given us like it's almost like they're for me it almost feels like that they're treating the fans as dumb in a way,
Right.
like by saying, yeah, you guys totally know these guys have been friends for 10 years, how could you not know that, or whatever. So like you should have given like more time to just have them be established as two guys who really know each other very well. Like, you should have done it like all the way back when Drew came back to Raw in 2018 or whatever. That would have probably been much better. Also, I mean, I guess it's all right that you had Sheamus in the Elimination Chamber, so you didn't have the one-on-one match immediately. But you had Sheamus beat McIntyre in the Gauntlet match. Which, like, why would you have them have a match already if you're not having the big pay-per-view match between them already? And on top of that, they had them fight twice more, 3 more times. I don't know how many times they fought on TV already. It's like, if they fought on television, free television, by the way, like, for the last 4 weeks on Raw, what's going to make me want to pay to watch this match on pay-per-view if I've already seen it 4 times? Why am I even bothering?
Yeah.
So...
True.
Yeah. Like, they've... And now it's just... It feels like a nothing match now, which it shouldn't be, because they had a big storyline they could possibly attach this to. But now it's a nothing storyline because it's mostly just been focused on Drew and Bobby Lashley. It doesn't feel like Drew versus Sheamus anymore. And it doesn't help that they already confirmed Drew versus Bobby for Mania. So this match, literally, there's no reason to have this match. There is effectively no reason to have this match. If you had the stipulation, like maybe whoever wins goes to Mania, or you did that before you announced Drew versus Lashley, then there would be some heat behind this match. But you're not even doing that. You're already confirming that whether Drew wins or loses this, he's going to Mania. So there are no stakes for this match. There's no reason to care about this match. So, yeah, I like Drew. I like Sheamus. I've liked the matches they've had, but it's just it's too late for them to have the big pay-per-view match. But I'm gonna go for Drew because he's going for the title, and if you have him lose to Sheamus, that is absolutely dumb and just a waste of time.
Yeah. Josh.
Yeah, I have to agree with Nick. It's a match we have seen before. It's not like we haven't seen this for the first time ever. But if I had to choose who I'd go to win, I'm going with McIntyre, even though he is going into Mania. Face Lashley for the championship. I mean, it's probably going to be another match that we're going to sleep on, but I feel like Lashley will come out and send a message right before WrestleMania. So, I'm going with Drew.
Yeah, this is just going to be a match that will exist, so Drew for the win. That's it. Outro's time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for the Fastlane predictions. Next week will be the Fastlane review, and tomorrow we'll be reviewing last year's WrestleMania. The Mania without a crowd. At a performance center.
The most quiet WrestleMania.
The most unique WrestleMania in history.
Yeah.
We're going to the Indies.
Anyways, that's it. Thanks for checking out this recording of Crash and Burn, where we predicted Fastlane, the last preview on the road to WrestleMania, and the first event to stream on Peacock. And subscribe to Crash and Burn, and also subscribe to the Moshcast, where we have the 1 year anniversary coming up for that. And also for May is the 1 year anniversary for this podcast.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. But in the meantime, the Moshcast in 1 year is coming first on Thursday's recording. And that's it for this outro. Josh, go ahead.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you guys for watching the fastest rising podcast in professional wrestling, the one and only Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast, as we did our Fastlane predictions for the upcoming pay-per-view, which should be the following Sunday after this.
It's this Sunday.
Whenever. Oh, it's this Sunday. All right.
Why did you do the predictions today, you dumb?
Excuse me, Josh.
I was actually fucking with y'all. Yeah, I know it was this Sunday. I was just being a dumbass. Anyway, subscribe to this podcast as well as the loudest podcast in all music, the Moshcast. Check out our newest episodes. We reviewed Baby Metal's Metal Resistance. If you haven't checked that out, what are you waiting for? Get out under the rock and go watch it. Otherwise,
and we also got the 1 year anniversary coming up.
Yes,
Next
as Jason
week.
mentioned, 1 year anniversary of the Moshcast next week. So stay tuned.
It's
And
great to see how far we've come for that.
Follow everybody on their socials. Stay tuned for the next episode of the Crash and Burn podcast. And stay tuned for the Saturday's episode as we took a look at the most unique independent WrestleMania ever. The WrestleMania 36, the quiet WrestleMania. Because it was in the Performance Center.
That.
Yeah, WrestleMania
Yes.
Quiet Place Edition. Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, that is the Assassin signing out. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Nicholas.
Yeah, thank you everybody once again for watching. I will probably be back more often. It's been a very busy few weeks, but I should be hopefully back for the long run. Make sure you subscribe to this wonderful podcast as well as the Moshcast. Congratulations for a year long of running that thing. Make sure you also subscribe to the Scoops Out Loud Wrestling Podcast as well. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and make sure you follow all these wonderful people on their social media stuff.
And add you on Skype and play Roblox.
Yes, do that, please. Please.
God damn it!
Shut up! We haven't paid for the rights to that goddamn video game.
Anyways, are you done?
Yeah, I guess I'm done.
All right, Omar, end this video off.
Well, ladies and gentlemen of the world, thank you for watching this Crash and Burn podcast and the prediction of the WWE 2021 Fastlane, the last stop before WrestleMania 37. And this Sunday debuts the streaming on Peacock and the final airing WWE Network in the United States. That WrestleMania 37 Night 1, Night 2, streaming live on Peacock in the US and WWE Network elsewhere. Thank you for watching, everyone. We hope everyone joined this final pay-per-view this Sunday before WrestleMania week and WrestleMania weekend. Thank you, and subscribe, Crash and Burn podcast member. If not, go find yourself a bed.
Yes, get out under the rock, stop living in your mother's basements, and subscribe to this podcast and the Moshcast. Otherwise, you must be doing drugs with RVD and other many wrestlers who have done the actual substances.
Excuse me. As a man that has done all those things, I am highly offended, Josh. You must apologize.
Anyways,
to me.
let's end this off. So, thank you guys, and see ya.
See ya.